So here it is, ladies and gentlemen, my new to me pre-owned 2011 Ducati Monster 696 non-ABS. Here's a quick walk around. This is the bike that I'm going to be doing new channel content on. We're talking modifications, we're talking moto vlogs, and we're talking potentially sneak peek for tomorrow, or it's going to be a later video, like convention conference videos. Let's run down a little bit about the bike. The little dust you see on it is ash from the fires here in Southern California. I did give it a wash when I bought it, so that's just ash. I was toying with it in the ash, which is not a good idea. I was told that it's completely showroom quality. It only has 750 miles on it. I think someone stored it for a while, did some modifications, got maybe too intimidated and stopped, which is the case with Ducatis in general. If you're not a huge biker, which I'm not, but I'm gonna try to get into it. Everything is stock up here. Want to change these out, they feel pretty cheap. These I'm fine with, but maybe change them out for black pair. Definitely changing these mirrors out sooner than later. What's not stock, or what's changed from stock? Let's go over that real quick. Or what's different. One thing is it does have a battery tender. This was, I believe, put on by the dealership, so I don't have to do that. Happy about that. It does have staining here. I was told it's from a bad oil change, but oil is done on the other side, so I don't know what happened here. There's no indication of a drop, so I'm not sure. I think someone spilled something or something during a bad liquid change of some sort spilled. If you know what this might be, it won't come off. I tried to scrub it, it won't come off. If you know what this might be or how to clean this cover, let me know. Tell me any suggestions you have for cleaning this. What else? Still has the charcoal box here, intake air. Has the front fender, OEM stock. I need to clean in here somehow. I think I need to take these off. I'm not sure what hex bolt this is, but I'll need to clean this off. There's like stuff in there. Otherwise, everything's pretty nice. These are coming off, the 696. I bought some aftermarket, better quality ones from China. Well, better quality, we'll see. If you guys have any ideas of what I should do here, should I take them off and alcohol and clean it? Or should I just put the new ones on, or what? What do you guys think? I'm definitely going to take these off with tooth floss that I've heard works. What else? Pipe covers have a little heat. Pipes have a little dent right here, if you can see that. Otherwise, they're pretty solid. Back cowl, pretty nice, aside from one scratch right here, which I didn't do. I didn't do any of this damage. I've only practiced on it so far. Reservoirs look pretty healthy, but it could be a trick. This is the oil level. When you're leaning upright, it's in between those marks, so it's between min and max, so it's good. Looks clear, or honey color. It looks good for oil. What else? Brakes, they feel grippy, but I'm not sure how good they are yet. Two front Brembo in the front, floating, one in the back. I thought this was ABS, but it's not. I think it's just a speedometer tracker. I don't have ABS on this bike, even though I was told by the dealership it did. That's another story. Mins and max look good here. This is there's another thing before I go back there. Two things. So if you can see here, this belt case is like off center from here. I'm not sure why. It feels flush on one side, off center on the other. I think someone did a quick, cheap timing belt job on their own and didn't do a quality job. Yeah. There are some wires up here that keep popping out. Hoses, I don't know what that's about. It might just be age, plastic flexing. Here's a bit concerning thing for you guys. I don't know if you're not going to be able to see too well, but there's supposed to be a hook here, up where my middle finger is up here, pointer finger, and it's supposed to hold this wire. And this is my O2 sensor. But for whatever reason, the hook broke off. Now my O2 sensor is hitting the exhaust manifold here. And I'm not thrilled about that, as you can probably imagine. So I'm trying to figure out a way to mount this so that it doesn't hit it. But I have nothing to hook on to other than this. So I might just zip tie somehow. I don't know how to get the vertical lift of zip tying this up to here because there's no hooks anywhere. Might need to bring her to a dealership, a Ducati dealership, and get it fixed. Forgot to mention I bought this from a Harley dealership. Yeah. Bad call maybe. Anyways, I'm worried about this because if this melts through, that's my O2 sensor. And that's going to give me an engine code. Okay, final biggest problem with the bike. Mod. The original owner or a company cut off the tail, the rear fender with license plate, and they used like some cheap method and just chopped it and like bolted it on themselves DIY up here. So you'll see these are not down here. These turn signals are not down here. The license plate should be here on a plastic bracket. But they eliminated it, which I'm happy about. But there's this big open gap here where all my wires are running through, everything runs. But there was no license plate light, which honestly kind of pissed me off because I can't ride this legally at night without license plates lights. So what I've done, which you can see here, and I'm making a video of this as well right now, I bought some LED license plate bolts. They're lights with a little wire, string it through here. They have weather stripping on the outside of the wires, which is good. And I'm running it to the stock indicator lights with a spade connector, I hope. So I'm making a video on that, but I'm a little worried about the elements getting in here because this is just wide open to the seat pan, but it is what it is. So guys, that's my 2011 Ducati Monster 696. 695 point, I think 8 or 6 cc's, 80 horsepower I believe, 80, 70, something around there. Why did I get this? Haven't ridden in 10 years, wanted a bike that I can learn on and not kill myself. My dream bike, Ducati Sports Classic GT, but that's like 20,000 right now. Used, and they have tank issues just like this one, and then the other one would be a newer would be a Thruxton R 2016 or above when they started coming out, but those cost minimum $11,000 here in LA, maximum $14,000-$16,000. I didn't want to spend that much money on a first bike in 10 years, so I got this to beat up on and wrench on and learn on. It's pretty torquey in the low first gear. So maybe that's a good thing. I'm going to teach myself on something that's harder to learn on. So when I'm ready for a bigger bike, I'll be ready. I went with this one because I love the looks. I wanted the cafe look. I like the naked bike look. And I wanted something newer, reliable-ish. There are issues like with the tail section, but other than that, it's pretty solid, I think. Still have to bring it to a Ducati dealership and do the first service, the 600-mile service that's past due. Yeah. If you have any questions, let me know about down below in the comments. If you have any feedback, let me know down in the comments. If you have any tips, let me know down in the comments. One major thing I don't like about this bike, out of everything, is this headlight. I think it looks like a bug. I want to get a Motodemic adaptive headlight. But I think they're like 500, 600 bucks. They might be more actually. Don't have the money for it right now. Eventually I'm going to do that with this bike. That's what I liked about the older Ducatis, the round headlights. Another thing I don't really like about this bike, people are going to hate me for this, LED instrument cluster. I preferred the old Ducati Monster, I think it was the M800, M600, something like that, and the S2R, they had the round analog speedometers that I really like, the duals, RPM gauge and speed. This one doesn't. So I got to deal with that. And I looked, there's no aftermarket solution to change it to an older one. If you guys know anything about that, let me know in the comments down below as well. Once again, there's another shot of the bike. Another thing I want to leave you guys with, help me pick a name for the bike. Could be a female name, male name. I like to name my vehicles. So if you have a suggestion for a name for this beauty, in the comments let me know. If you like motorcycle content, vlogs, etc., let me know as well. Content's gonna go up quality-wise, that I promise. And moto vlogs are coming. I have all the gear. I just need to figure out the helmet situation. Long story, we'll go into that later. Let me think what else. If you know anything to look out for on these bikes that I should be aware of, let me know. I know the tanks, which are not, this is not the tank, these are just covers. The tank underneath is plastic. Ethanol, plastic don't mix, so these expand. That's one thing I'm looking out for. The brakes, you gotta learn to look out for. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, another thing, guys, before I let you go. The tires on this, unfortunately, well, they're Angel GTs, which are great tires. They're stock, I believe. And how do I know they're stock? Because the year on them says on the sidewall somewhere. I saw it somewhere. I think it was here, maybe? No, it's here somewhere. Anyways, these are original tires, 2011. So they're 7 years old. I've heard that motorcycle tires at most should only be 5 years old. That's the end of life because the rubber the compound gets hard and starts to break. So I'm just using these tires to learn the bike on. Street under 40 miles per hour and, you know, parking lots. I would never use these old tires on the highway, and I'm not going to yet. So just letting you guys know I am being smart about the bike. I also need to learn how to adjust that rear shock. I have a PDF of the manual. Oh, and one more thing. The Harley dealership where I got this did not give me the metal card code for programming this. So if this dies, I'm going to have to get a whole new ECU and instrument cluster from what I understand. So that's anyways, if you guys have any comments, let me know. So catch you next time for now. And welcome to the new FunWithAJ channel with motorcycle content.